over the next 30 days, I plan on reading a book called How to Communicate: The Ultimate Guide to Improving Your Professional and Personal Relationships by Matthew McCabe. In the beginning, I use sign language to introduce myself, which this book has nothing to do about. This book's going to help me with my conversations I have with people, because in the past, I have had a tendency to have an attitude, have bad body language, use a vulgar tone and vulgar language, which can affect the conversation. Sometimes it makes you seem less intelligent than you really are. So over this journey, I plan to work on how to express myself better in conversations, how to have better body language, and how to talk to my family better. This is going to help me have more meaningful conversations. In the book, it says the number one way to help communication is through expression. I express myself very differently than others, my tone and word choice, I guess you could say. But in the book, it says probably the most difficult part of communication is expressing your feelings. I express myself really well at times, sometimes I don't. It also says in the book that relationships change, accommodate, and grow when both people clearly and supportively express what they need. So the more I express myself, the more I can grow with a person and communicate better with them. So now we're going to talk to my parents.
Tough one. 6.
Why is that?
Because you're always cussing at me.
Mom, this is nothing to do with you. And why?
So for the first week, April 1st to April 8th, I was working on expressing myself. Now, it may seem very easy to do, but in the long run, it's really hard, because expressing yourself, people may think it's just say what you say and get done over with. No. Expressing yourself, you have to be clear what you're going to say, and you have to give the whole message. No points are left out or anything. When you express yourself, you have to show feelings. Feelings help. In the book, it says probably the most difficult part of communication is expressing your feelings. Well, which is very true, because I don't express my feelings. So showing your feelings isn't saying what you like or what you dislike. It's showing emotion. It's not opinions at all. You show emotions often in your tone, in the way you speak. If I'm speaking soft and sad, then they're probably sad. If I'm speaking loud and deep or hostile, I'm probably angry. So the next step, we're going to go talk to people that I've showed my feelings with very well in this past week and ask them, how do I express myself?
In multiple different ways. Typically, you get pretty loud, either in an excited way or an angry way, but your voice just gets a lot louder than it normally is.
You have to always prove yourself right. If you're mad or angry, you will talk in a loud voice. So, yeah.
Okay, so for this past week, I worked on expressing myself, which I did much better with less cursing and in much better tones. My conversation was much more smoother, and I didn't argue with my mom as much. So I think I'm one step closer. As next.
Because you don't like the truth. You get very defensive when somebody says something that you don't like. And so when I say things to you, you don't hear what I say. All you hear me say is, you're not good enough, and you just shut down.
This is based off April 9th through April 15th, week 2 of working on my communications. As I said before, I plan on listening. As the week went on, one quote came to mind as I worked on my communication. It's saying, I know you hear me, but are you listening? So in the past, I have a tendency to hear what people are telling me and let it go in one ear and out the other, which can affect communication because I only pick up certain points that I want to hear. As previously said by my mom, when I hear things I don't like, I have a tendency to shut down and ignore things. And that's because being wrong can equal being stupid, bad, or worthless, I said in the book. Now, this is because no one likes to be told they're wrong. So then we pick up bits and pieces of what's going on and never get the full conversation. In the book, they say the one way to fix this is called listening with openness. It's difficult to listen when you're judging and finding fault. All information gets scrambled coming in when you build a case to dismiss the other person or his idea.
So when I argue with my mom, I hear points and I'm like, no, that's wrong, that's stupid. So then I'm in my mind building up a case to say, well, you said this point and this was way off when every other 10 points were right. So
what's wrong with 75 and a 76? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? You act like somebody can't make a mistake.
Jamal, you're better than that.
Oh, you act like I can't make a mistake.
But you're better than that.
Okay, I can make a mistake, can I?
You made 2. That was 3.
Okay, that's enough for me.
No, it's not a mistake because you being lazy.
No,
and
it's
not
me.
putting effort.
It is me putting effort.
as you can see, me and my mom have a little tension. It proves a point, though, that when I hear things I don't like, I tend to shut down. I was hearing her, not listening to her. I was ignoring points, and I wasn't picking up what she was trying to tell me. What she was trying to tell me was that my grades are fine, but I should strive for better. I'm much better than that. If I'm going to college on athletic and academic scholarship, then I should strive better for better grades and not settle. But to me, I was hearing that you're saying it wasn't good enough and that those grades are just bull crap. So in my mind, I was like, no, you're wrong. I'm doing fine. We're going to keep it like that. So it made the argument 10 times more than it should have been. It should have been, hey, look, you have a 76 right now. I know you can do better. Turn in your assignments. Make sure you get everything done on time in the conversation. But I was trying to say, like, no, that's fine. I'm just keep doing how I'm doing. And it didn't solve anything.
To improve my communication so far, I've worked on expressing myself and listening. Now, these two are two key concepts, but the final one that I need to work on is my body language. I've grown a lot in expressing myself. I say what I want and I get my point across. I listen a lot more instead of just hearing what people say. I understand what they're trying to tell me, which helps me express myself. Now I need to work on my body language through communication. So from April 16th to April 22nd, I plan on working on my body language. Now, rumor has it that body language is 95% of all communication. This is very true because that's how we express ourselves without saying a word. When you talk to people, you're supposed to look them in their eyes and look confident and always hold your head up. Body language changes how your tone is and makes people either attract to you or repel away from you and have conversations.
Okay, so the first 3 pictures that you saw were supposed to represent body language. The first one was me being a tough guy, like John Dubé, you already know. The second one I was supposed to be like a sad person. And the third one was a football picture of showing how focused I was. Now, body language shows emotion. It really does. I mean, it helps. Right now, it looks like my body language, because I'm laying down, it looks like either 1, I'm tired, 2, I'm lazy, or 3, I don't feel like doing this. Which in this case, it's 2. 1, I'm tired and I'm lazy to stand up. But when you talk to someone, how you carry yourself and how you look and your reactions show a lot. When you talk to someone, you're supposed to be stand up, straight, look them in their eyes, and have structure. My body language tends to change because I express myself well, so I have like a lot of emphasis. Like you can see I move my hands a lot when I talk. It's just a habit.
In the book, it says body language is a language without saying a word. You reveal your feelings and attitudes. Now, your body language shows a lot. It exposes everything. When you're lying, like Michael, he yells like this and scratches his head. When you're feeling sad, you're looking down and someone says what's wrong and you say nothing and you keep looking like this. It shows that there's something bothering you. Your body language shows a lot. Now, my body language isn't... Okay, so when I look back at it at the beginning, my body language is kind of hard to tell because I'm always hyped up. And I try to be like really optimistic and happy about life. So when I look back at it, most of my body language was shown in arguments with my mom, as you saw my head, me looking down, not focused on anything else, and during football, when I'm angry over someone missed their block or I missed my block or I dropped a pass, it just changed a lot. Now, that's something that I put a lot of love into. So when I looked at my body language talking throughout the week to people, I seemed fine. But as I look back through the football season and watched my highlights or our team games, it showed that, all right, if I messed up on the play, okay, I'll let it go. If I messed up 2 plays in a row, I was like, okay, this was frustrating, and I let it get to me. So the way I worked on it, I did a lot of drills with Coach Casey, and I mean, it's practice. You're supposed to make mistakes. So I still tried to focus and stay concentrated and not let my emotions or body language dictate show that I'm frustrated or let it show that I'm bothered by it. Okay, so as a lesson I learned from Coach Rod, like never put your hands on your knees. It shows weakness. That's the way we showed our body language in football if you were tired. We were all supposed to stand up and show how tough we are and breathe throughout our chest no matter what conditioning we did. So preparing for this week on my body language, I was trying to figure out how can I capture it with it being actually me expressing myself. So when I look back, I looked through my video and I caught something. And I said it once before, my hand gestures. When I rub my hands a lot, that means like I'm kind of smooth with things are going fine. When I'm going like this, I was trying to get my point across. You can see me like clenching my fist. That's probably because I retook that part of the video about 7-8 times to try to get it right. Whenever I was like on like this, trying to express myself, I was saying like how I feel. It's much harder to do. So for the last week, I've been trying to work on my hand gestures because in the book it says people start to like focus more on my hands and not listen to it. I'm trying to tell them. So it's kind of hard to do because I mean it's been going on for years. But through the video, I mean the last part through that week or expressing myself through the video, it's kind of hard not to with my hands because I'm just like staring at it. But I mean, so the way I worked on it this week without hand gestures with people, I put my hands in my pockets more so that I didn't feel like I had to move them as much. They were just kind of like in their holsters. So as the final week came, the 23rd through the 30th, I planned on putting all 3 together, and I think it turned out much better. It was weird though because every conversation started with my body language, then me listening, then expressing myself, which is weird because it's opposite of the way I did the video. But I think it helped me a lot because I expressed myself without cursing. I listened instead of just hearing what people were telling me. I understood a lot more, which helped me express myself. And my body language made it seem like I wanted to be there and actually have conversations with people. And I didn't try to like distract them with my hands. But overall, I think this was a good project. I learned a lot from it. I benefited.